Hey guys, again it's me, Nana, your favorite teacher. Today we will concentrate on each modal verb and I will explain you how we can use that, in which cases we can use that, and also I will provide examples. You need to remember that modal verbs in general are not something which we can use alone. Okay, these are also called some helping words. So let's start the lesson. Well guys, now let's start from can, okay? Well, we can in general use can when we want to speak about ability, doubt, astonishment, permission, and polite request as well. Well, let's start from the ability, of course. John can swim across the river in 5 minutes. Okay, here is the can, and this is about, of course, physical ability. Okay, good. Next one, doubt. I can't believe it's already May. Time really flies. Okay, so in this case we have cannot, okay, which is a negative form of can. Can't or cannot. Again, it's about doubt. You don't believe, you are not sure, okay? You are hesitating, let's say. Next one, astonishment. Wow, you can solve a Rubik's Cube in a minute. That's amazing. Okay, well, let's see. This is our can, and this is basically about astonishment. Permission. Can I borrow your pen for a moment? Okay, when you ask someone for a permission, you can freely use can. Okay, next one, polite request. Can you please pass me the salt? Okay, here is the can. Can is more casual. It's not formal way of asking. Okay, whenever you are speaking with your friends, you can freely use can. Okay, can I borrow this? Can you send me that? This is conversational. Well guys, our next modal verb is will. Here are the all cases where we can use will. The first one, decisions, or decisions made at the moment of speaking. So let's pay attention to the example. Okay, I'll stay with you then. So here you can see will, that very modal verb. Let's highlight this one and let's move on. The second case where we can use will as a modal verb is prediction or predictions. Okay, when you predict something, you need to use some words such as I think, I believe, expect, hope, etc. For example, I think it will be a difficult game. So here is our will. Let's move on to the next one. Offers. This is the third case where we can use will as a modal verb. When we offer something. Good. I will give you a lift if you like. Here is the will. Okay, next one. Request or requests. For example, will you do me a favor? So here is our will. Next one, promises or promise. For example, I will love you forever. Okay, here is our will. Next one, threats. Well, please pay attention to the example. Leave now or I will call the police. Here is our will. And the last one, facts about the future. Example, Christmas Day will fall on Tuesday this year. And where is our will? Here it is. These are the all cases where and how we can use will modal verb. Well guys, now let's start and let's speak about may. What we have here, the first point is permission. May I use your computer to finish my assignment, please? Okay, in this case, of course, you can use also can as well if it is like with your friends, okay, or with your friend. If it is in your workplace and you want to sound more polite, you need to use may. Okay, so yeah. May I use your computer to finish my assignment? Second one, if not prohibition, okay? You may eat your cake if you finish your assignment, okay? This is the may. And the last one, supposition with doubt. He may have forgotten about the meeting. I haven't seen him all day. Okay, again, may. And these are all the points all the steps, all the cases that we are allowed to use may. Well guys, now let's start and let's speak about must. First one, if we are speaking about obligation, okay, you must finish this report before the end of the day. You have no option, you must do that, okay? So here is the must. Next one, firm necessity, okay? You must wear a seatbelt while driving. It's a must, okay? Logical conclusion. She received the highest score in the class. She must have studied hard. See, here is the must. And the last one, probability. He hasn't answered his phone for hours. He must be busy. So it's possible, okay? There is a probability that the person must be busy because he hasn't answered his phone for hours. Well guys, this is all about must. Now let's move on and let's speak about shall. So now we're going to speak about shall, okay? Shall we can use in two cases, when we want to talk about some intention and whenever we want to talk about some supposition. Well guys, so the first one is intention. Example, I shall do my best to complete the project on time, okay? This is the sentence and this is the modal shall, and this is how we can use shall. The next one is supposition. Example, they shall be surprised when they see the newly decorated house. Supposition, it means you are guessing, you think about this, okay? You believe it can happen, okay? So this is the shall, and this is one of the bright examples which can help you to understand how we can use shall and in which cases we can use shall. Well guys, now let's move on and let's speak about need. Well, first one, necessity. Okay, whenever we want to talk about something which is necessary, okay, which is necessary to do, we need to use need. Okay, for example, I need to finish this project before the deadline. Okay, I need to do that. Okay, you need to drink water regularly to stay hydrated. So again, need. Next one, unnecessity. For example, there is no need to worry, everything will be fine. Okay, need, see, this no. Okay, next one, they didn't need to attend the meeting as it was cancelled. Okay, need, and as you can see, some didn't. Well guys, next one is have to. The first one is unwillingness. So when we don't want to do something, we can use have to. Let's look at the example. She has to, by the way, if it's she, he, it, we're gonna use has. For other cases, have. She has to go to the family gathering even though she is not feeling well. Okay, she doesn't want, but she has to. Okay, well, so has to. Well, next one is forced circumstances. Okay, what is it? For example, they have to move out of their apartment because the lease is expiring. Okay, they don't want to do that, but they have to. Okay, because of the forced circumstances. That's all about have to. Now let's move on to the next modal verb. Well guys, now we are speaking about would, so you can see in which cases we can use would, okay? First one is wish. Pay attention to the example. I would like to travel the world and experience different cultures, okay? This is about your wish. I wish I could do that, okay? I would. Well, next one, polite request. Example, would you please pass me the salt? Okay? So, well, this is all about the second point, how we can use would. A habit of the past, this is the last part. Example, when I was younger, I would always go for a run in the morning. What you understood? When I was younger, I would. It means when you were younger, when you were a child, you were doing that regularly, okay? So in that case, you are going to use would if right now you are speaking about your past habits. Well guys, next one is should. So here are all 6 cases where we can use should. First one, when we want to talk about some action which is necessary to do. Example, you should eat a balanced diet to maintain your good health, okay? It will be better if you do that, so you should. Next one is advice. When you want to give someone a piece of advice, you can use also should as well. We should start saving money for the future expenses. Okay, we should do that. So here it is. Next one, blame. You should have followed the instructions more carefully. So again, should. This is it. Next one, recommendation. Okay, you should try the new restaurant in town. The food is delicious. So what we have here, we have should in the form of recommendation. Next one is reproach. Okay, example, she should have apologized for her rude behavior. Okay, this is it. Next one, regret. I should have spent more time with my family when I had a chance. I should have spent more time. Okay, this is kind of showing regret. Okay, good job. Well guys, now I'm going to speak about the last modal verbs, which are to be to and used to. Let's concentrate on the first one, to be to. Well, if we want to talk about obligation arising out of agreement or arrangement, we need to use to be to. Okay, how? Let's pay attention to the first example. You are to meet with the client tomorrow morning to discuss the project details. Well, see, let's analyze this sentence to understand what is it in general. Well, we know that whenever we are supposed to do something, we have no option, we use must. Okay, you must do this, you must do that. Okay, when we are unwilling to do something, we use have to. Okay, for example, I have to do this work. I'm sick and tired of this, but I have to do this. Okay, well, and what is I am to do this work? What is it? When I say this structure, when I use this structure, we can say also it's kind of mixture of must and have to, but difference is that this is about obligation arising out of arrangement or agreement. So we are to decide it right now. We can say we have to decide it right now because we agreed. Okay, this is it. Next one is used to. We can use used to when we are speaking about repeated action in the past. Okay, for example, I used to play the piano when I was younger. Okay, I hope you got it. I hope you understand the structure and the form and the logic how we can use used to. For example, she used to visit her grandparents every summer. Used to. This is all about used to and to be to, and this is all about modal verbs. I hope this whole video was and is helpful for you. Bye bye.